Avalon must ask, natural law, a brief summary, please.
Non-man-made, universal, unchangeable conditions that govern the consequences of the behaviors taken by beings with the capacity for understanding the difference between right and wrong.
Yeah.
Meaning it does not encompass the animal kingdom or beings with a less complexified brain to be able to actually have the discussion about what is moral and what is immoral and arrive at the correct conclusion about moral behavior versus immoral behavior. And there is a correct conclusion. Moral behaviors are actions which do not initiate harm to other sentient beings, whereas immoral behaviors do initiate harm to other sentient beings. They are murder, assault, rape, theft, trespass, coercion, and willfully lying, the true 7 deadly sins, not the false 7 deadly, quote, sins of organized religious dogma. Okay, so that is what natural law is. It's karma. It's the laws of karma that govern the universe, that govern the behavior in the universe. Behavior is governed by law, just like atoms are governed by law, just like planetary bodies are governed by law. Behavior is governed by law. Natural law is universal behavioral law. And it is the unseen spiritual laws. Yes, they are unseen. You cannot physically prove them with the eyes and with senses. You have to prove them with the observable consequences of what happens if you take certain behaviors versus what happens if you take different behaviors. And you can see it in your own life in a microcosm, and you could see it in the macrocosm in a complete in the aggregate result of what human beings get as a society through their collective behavior. Okay, so that's what natural law is. It's karmic law. It's God's law, if you want to put it in simple terms. And it all comes down to one thing. Don't take that which does not belong to you. Don't steal. Because every form of immoral behavior that one is capable of conducting is a form of theft. Murder is the theft of life without right. Assault is the theft of well-being without right. Rape is the theft of sexual association without right. Okay. Trespass is the theft of security in one's living domain. Theft of property is taking that which physically does not belong to you. Coercion is the theft of free will, and willfully lying is the theft of necessary data for informed decision making. So all of those things, or the 7 things that we can do that wrongs someone else and violates someone else's rights, are all forms of theft in one form or another. So natural law can be boiled down to one simple 2-word commandment: don't steal. And guess what? That's what most people are in this world, are thieves. And most people who maybe aren't direct thieves themselves are advocates for thieves. Okay? We are either thieves or we are advocating the theft of someone else's property. All rights are property rights. You know, it's just knowing what it all comes down to, knowing what's rightfully your property versus what is not your property, and not to take what is not rightfully yours. And unfortunately, most people in this world on this planet do not know the difference between those things and don't have a true understanding of actual objective morality in reality.